funny when you add a little bit of money to a sport and you give some girls attention, what they can do with it. I think everyone should take a page out of our book and really put some more time and effort into women's everything.
Welcome to Breaking the Glass Hockey Podcast. We're talking women's hockey from the PWHL to the NCAA. We'll be talking with players, builders, coaches, and fans who have made this great game what it is today. It's time to educate, empower, and elevate. Let's go!
Welcome back to Breaking the Glass Hockey Podcast. We are here for episode number 30. I guess that's a milestone, Brownie, right?
Yeah.
30. We're getting
30,
there.
30.
Chugging along like the little engine that could. Today on our episode, we are so excited to have Emily Crovo. Welcome, Emily.
Thank you. I'm happy to be here.
Emily's a junior captain, no less. Assistant captain as a sophomore. We'll keep talking about all those awesome accolades and attributes and leadership abilities for Holy Cross Crusaders out of Hockey East. My good friend Katie LaChapelle as her coach. A lot of my good friends going back in your career of your playing career. I think back to youth hockey, to be honest with you. Just surpassed most career assists in the Holy Cross Crusaders program in the Hockey East era, which I love how they put that. Actually, I was looking through that Hockey East era. You got to differentiate it, right?
Yeah.
Just passed your 100th game as well. Is that correct? Okay, awesome. I know you've got some resilience in you playing all your games in a season, so you're pretty tough in that regard. I went back through and looked at your bio, and it's safe to say I'm not going to read it. You deserve it to be read, but we only have so much time that you're rewriting the record books here at Holy Cross in just about every statistical category. 200-foot player, hailing from Melrose. Look at this vintage hat I found.
I love that.
Woo! Go Red Raiders. Actually, Don McLeod, who's the legendary coach at Northeastern, gave me this hat, I want to say last year, or maybe it was earlier this year. He found it. He was my high school softball coach at Melrose.
Wow.
And I was looking at schools and going to practice every day, trying to make my decision because decisions were made in the spring of your senior year then. You know, you were waiting for like your acceptance letters. And I mean, I know I'm just dating myself. It's so bad, but you know how old I am because I'll share with our listeners. I went to high school with Emily's parents, Brian and Kristen. We were in the same class together. We graduated the same year, played lots and lots of sports together.
You want the picture now, Linda?
Yeah, let's throw it up. Let's just throw it up there. So,
my God.
That's Emily's parents, Kristen and Brian. And I was texting Kristen last night at 10 p.m. looking for pictures. And I
love the hair.
I think I sort of know this, I guess. Again, I told you before we started the episode that I think I haven't seen your parents in so long and just talked via social media and now text with your mom here and there. And especially you following this trajectory through ice hockey. But I said, is there any chance? I was texting my brother looking for my yearbook. I have no idea where it is. And I said, is there any chance you might have your yearbook around and can thumb through there? Maybe there's a picture of the three of us at some sporting event. And she was like 1 second later.
She loves that stuff.
She was like, it's alphabetically filed in my office. Have you met me? And I was like, that does sound familiar.
Here's
So
the
Stuff hasn't changed. Not one bit.
yeah. And this is funny only, Emily. You will enjoy this because, and I think your mom will enjoy this when she listens to this, even though we had this whole conversation last night via text, because I thought that your dad and I were most athletic. I was like, oh, we got to get that picture out of the yearbook.
Oh.
And then I was like, Rich Green. And I know he's your neighbor, right?
Yeah, he looks like opposite green.
Yeah. People don't leave Melrose, right?
Yeah.
Like most people. This came up and I was like, oh, this ruins the whole point of it. I thought Brian and I were in that picture.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So I was given that a hard time saying, I don't know. I would have picked Crovo, most athletic so we had a good time talking about that though, but nice little throwbacks there. And of course your parents best all around, beautiful family, great athletes, all attributes which we're proud of, and we're so happy for you guys. So, so welcome to the podcast. That's my intro, Brownie. That was so unconventional, right?
That was good. You introduced some pictures. You didn't remember. You forgot though. That Emily is a Where's Woody athlete too. We want to get the plug in because she's got to promote. That's her job. It's her job. She's got to promote. And you were telling us before we started recording. Could you tell us about or tell the listeners about because they should go out and support Where's Woody, and the reason why is because partly.
Yeah. So the Where's Woody store, it's like accompanied with Holy Cross for the men's and women's ice hockey teams, and for every purchase used through the Holy Cross store, like a percentage gets donated back to our programs, which is something that's really like unique and interesting, and like it's just like fundraising, which is awesome because like sports can't survive on their own, so it's just really awesome to be able to like help give back to like a program that has like helped me become the person I am right now. And there's Matt DeBoer on men's hockey and Matt Crusonis on men's hockey, who are also like the men's side of it. So it's just like really cool to like collab with them and to like help give back to the program by like fundraising and getting cool swag out of it. And to note too, Mike Brennan is the guy I've been going through. He's like a Holy Cross alum who kind of helped get me into this. So he's been like a really good mentor for that too. So it's like all like coming together, which is really awesome to see.
I'm looking at it as we talk. I'm like, Brownie's right. Brownie's right. I'm going to end up buying stuff on here. All right. I'm in.
That's good. It's good. You're donating to the program.
If I knew it in ahead of time, I told you I like to theme these episodes based on who we're listening to. I got my purple Crusader purple on for you, PWHL, because Katie LaChapelle hasn't sent me. This is for you, Lash. Anything Holy Cross yet? And yes, I will wear it.
That's both of us, Katie.
So, but I'm going for it with the Where's Woody. I see some good stuff on here too. That's good clothing. My brother will like this. I see some birthday presents coming up. So there we go.
All right. Well, listen, while Linda's shopping, let's talk about you growing up in Melrose. So Linda alluded to it. You come from a family of athletes. Your mom, cross country at St. A's. Your dad, baseball and hockey at Bowdoin. That's how you say it, right? Not Bowdoin. Yeah. Bowdoin. Yeah. Bowdoin. And your brother Liam, baseball at Endicott. I'm assuming your dad got you started in hockey. That's how you got involved when you were a kid?
Yeah. And I also like Liam and my other brother, Connor.
I didn't know you had another brother. I'm sorry. Sorry, Connor.
He didn't end up playing like a sport or anything.
So he doesn't count, apparently.
He played rugby in at BC, which is pretty impressive because rugby.
Yeah, for sure.
But the typical looking up to my big brothers, like they were always on the ice wanting to play, and like my dad would coach them, and I was like, I just kind of want to follow in their footsteps for that. So that's kind of how I started getting on the ice when I was younger.
And younger sister Paige.
Yes.
Who's a freshman. I wrote it in. I'm sorry, Brownie.
No, that's fine. I'm not blaming you. So this is my issue with the NCAA. I'm going to go on a little small rant. Mention the whole family. Because I'm like researching, and everywhere it just talks about your brother Liam because he was an athlete. You should say brother Liam played at baseball at Endicott, also has another brother Connor and a sister Paige. Like, put the mention in of the people.
Yeah, the personals aren't consistent in bios, but
I know it's frustrating. That's all. For
Connor
someone
BC,
who researches it,
I have to point this out. Paige is a freshman at Northeastern.
Yes.
Oh.
I know your mom works at Northeastern now, so I know what kind of benefit they're taking.
Well, I apologize to Paige and Connor because I didn't.
Yeah, awesome.
Were you a multi-sport athlete growing up with the family? Every
sport that I could play, I was like playing. Like I did golf for a hot second, I did tennis, but like soccer, lacrosse, and hockey were kind of like the big three that I ended up like continuing through high school as well. But yeah, it's good stuff.
That's good. That's good. It's always that way. It seems like.
Are you still golfing like in the summer?
Oh, I am so bad now. Like I was like when I was younger, I was like every like lesson in the summer, my mom's like, yeah, go to Mount Hood, go to Bellevue. Like, I'd want to do that. And then I decided to focus on like stuff that I actually wanted to continue doing. And like part of me wishes I still did that, but like I'm so bad at golf now.
I think you'll change as you get older. It will become that fix that you need to be better at something. I think you have it in you. Mm-hmm. Hockey players, it's hard. You just have to accept that you're gonna like Happy Gilmore it a little bit down the course, but don't let it. Yeah, but the mechanics are there when you play golf anyway.
Yeah. Are you the same hand, golf and hockey?
Yeah, I'm a lefty.
Yeah.
See, I'm a lefty hockey, but righty golf, so I suck at golf. It's horrible.
Is
Horrible.
that the
That's why I
reason
don't
why,
play.
Brownie? Is that
Yeah,
really the reason?
that is. That is. That's why I don't play. It's horrible. Horrible.
Yeah.
I can't stand it. And you don't get better if you get madder. So that
That's
doesn't
not
that
true.
doesn't contribute much to my game.
Fair.
So you're in that funny age bracket where it's hit or miss. Like there are some players around your age where every single statistic, year, everything you can read about the team, you can read about the history, and then there are some where there's nothing. You fall in the latter camp. Like there was one season at Melrose High with no information available. There was like a little bit about Williston, Northampton. So if you could talk to us about the transition from Melrose to Williston, that'd be great.
Yeah. So obviously, like hockey in Massachusetts, like thankfully it's growing for the girls side of things right now. But when I was in like middle school, like we had like kids playing in like 7th and 8th grade for our high school team on like waivers because you needed to field the team. And that's kind of what I did my 8th grade year. I played on like our varsity team. And again, it was girls hockey, not too much coverage with that. And like the competition was like, it was there, but it wasn't great. And then I stayed for my first freshman year at Melrose High, and I again played for my high school team there. And then I was fortunate enough to be in contact with like Coach Talbot from Williston, and she kind of opened up the idea like, hey, like this is the prep side of things. Like I can help you like develop. Like this is what you'd have to like do. And like I was very hesitant on wanting to leave Melrose. 'Cause I'm like I don't really want to live out of school because Williston, Northampton's in East Hampton, Massachusetts. It's like 2 hours away from my house, and I would have to live there. And I was like, don't know if I care about hockey that much to do that. But my parents are like, let's just like go explore it. Let's go tour it. Let's go watch a game. And like when I left, like I ended up applying when I left admitted students day, I was like, yeah, like I would love to come here. And so like the spring of my like first freshman year at Melrose, I like decided like I'm gonna take this like jump. And that's how I ended up at Williston, which was like the best 4 years of my life because Coach Talbot and Coach Tancrell Fontaine, like our assistant coach, they were like the best mentors I could have had for hockey there. And like they helped me develop so much. They really helped in like my college process and like really helped me like decide that I wanted to play at the next level because at Melrose, I wasn't really thinking that. And it really took really like branching out and going to like a new school, a new team, getting new coaches to be like, this would be something like I'd want to do.
Yeah, and I know you played on the Wizards, but you played for the Islanders before that, right?
Yeah, I played
Wood and Nikki Petrick because Nikki played for me at Northeast, but they both played.
Wow.
They both played for me.
Yeah.
While you were playing for them, so that had to be was that around the 8th grade time?
It was like U12 to like a year or two in U14. I played.
Okay. Yeah, I remember being in an alumni event and Nikki said, I have a kid who plays for me who you went to high school with. The parents. Again, your parents are getting more airtime on this podcast than
They should. They earned it.
But she knew I was from Melrose, so she's like, I have a kid on my team, and she's like, oh, it's the Crovos, and I was like, no way, I haven't heard that name in so long, and we started talking about it, and they're like, oh yeah, they knew right away when we were talking about Northeastern. So yeah, I remembered that the Islanders were like a couple of years, and then you went to the Wizards. Is that correct?
Yeah.
So was that what opened your eyes to the prep school circuit?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because again, like girls hockey wasn't really a big thing to have an all girls team for your town. So I tried my foot in playing girls hockey at the Islanders, and it was like the best thing like ever. I was like, I'm with a bunch of girls that love doing the same thing I love to do. Like they're all here for the same goal. Like they all wanted to like play at the next level too. So like it was really awesome experience to like again go out and like take a risk because I was like, I don't want to play girls hockey. Like, you know what I mean? Like because the guys hockey was just like tougher, like faster, but it was like the best decision I made too, was playing for the club teams.
You know what's crazy? You were talking about the experience at Melrose, and I know that was probably also around the time when maybe they were just getting varsity and they weren't a co-op anymore, right? Because they had to start out as co-op.
They were a co-op with Watertown
Yeah.
for a hot second. And then when they started, like got waivers approved for like middle schoolers is when they became like, their own thing.
And, you know, there are still programs in that circumstance. So that is what it is. But you just think about the climate that we're in with men's and women's sports. And like you said, thank goodness it's getting broader and there are more opportunities and it is growing. But watch your brothers go through Melrose and play every sport they want at every level, have a full team, full roster, a JV team, you know, and then see what you had to do to get out there and like create that trajectory that has you where you are today, right? So you are a pioneer still. And there's a pioneer at every phase of a sport. So and sounds like that decision to attend Williston was, tugging on your heartstrings a little bit with leaving home.
Oh, so hard. But like I knew it was gonna be like the right fit for me because I was like, I feel very confident in what like is expected of me. And I had like the support of my family and all that. So it was like it was fairly easy but hard at the same time. So
Well, your time at Williston, you weren't just a floater. You were team captain your senior year and MVP, as well as, I mean, no big deal, New England Hockey Player of the Year. I mean, no, not a big thing. Not a big thing there at all. Soccer, hockey, and lacrosse, all three. I will say, when I was kind of buzzing through the roster, there is not one player that you played with at Williston that's not playing at the next level. Every single person from those teams is playing some form of college hockey, that's an outstanding tribute to Williston.
yeah, totally.
I mean, just could you see the difference? I always ask this, when you went from that year at Melrose to the East Coast to Williston, could you see the levels ramp up skill wise in the competition?
Oh my gosh. Yeah. Like even like size wise, like kids were getting like lifting. Like I had never really lifted till I went to Williston either. Like it was like a complete 360 for me. Like, and it was hard, but again, like Coach Talbot and Coach TF like were like instilled confidence in everyone, and like the girls around you are like, I know it's hard, but like it's gonna be like the best time of your life if like you commit to it. You know what I mean? So like I kind of really just took that to heart, and like it ended up working out greatly for us, honestly.
What's the thing you noticed the most about your game in high school? And then I'm going to repeat this question for college from that level of commitment, like lifting, physicality. What,
I think definitely, I would say it would be the same for college too, just because like the size and this pace of play like just changed drastically for me. And I thought when I went to college, it would be somewhat different, but I was like, whoa. Like everything gets taken up a notch each year, even like from my freshman year of high school to my senior year, from my freshman year of college to even to like my junior year in college now, like just like the pace of play and the physicality is like incredible, honestly.
Yeah. It is crazy. I had the same experience with coaching. I coached in prep school, went to D3 and was like, whoa, these kids are good.
Yeah.
And went to D1 to Northeastern, and I was like, oh my God, don't skate behind the net. Like just stay out of the way.
It's so fun, but like it's like, wow, like this is crazy.
Yeah.
Well, every level is it's like it's like pouring stuff through a funnel, right? You get less and less can make it through, and then you get to the D1 level where you're at now, and it's just like, holy smokes, it's like literally it's all-star teams. It's the best players from every high school.
Yeah.
Two players I wanted to highlight that you've had some familiarity with. You had Lulu Rourke from your time at the East Coast Wizards and Violet Carroll from your time at Williston. You get to play with them now, and you and Carroll mostly play on the same line, right?
Yeah, so I was playing with Carroll for a bit, and that was awesome because we never got to play in high school together. And we had kind of like joked with Coach Talbot about that because she was like, oh my God, that's so exciting. We're like, yeah, why didn't this happen in high school? And she was like, Crovo, Violet, like, nah, like typical, like stuff. But, like, it was funny to joke with her about that. But yeah, it was a lot of fun. And Lulu, I played with at East Coast Wizards, and I was like so stoked that she also decided to come here because I'm like, at least I'm gonna know a familiar face too.
That makes it easier.
Yeah. But she's an awesome player to play with. Like she's so fun to watch and so like athletic. It's just it's really fun to play with both of them. So
that's an underrated thing, I think, when people go to like, you're going to go to Holy Cross and you don't know a single person there. And then you have someone there because everyone forgets like, yeah, you guys are all D1 athletes, but you're also 17 or 18-year-old kids going into your freshman year. That's a huge adjustment. A lot of times it's the first time away from home. I mean, it was different for you because you were already away from home a bit, but it's just nice to have someone like a support system that you're there and you guys all come in like deer in the headlights your freshman year. You have someone that you know, so that makes it better. Yeah,
totally.
Sure.
Totally.
Lily, you want to ask the Holy Cross? You want me to?
What am I asking about Holy Cross?
No, just in general. Like, how'd you get? All right, forget it. I'll go. What made you decide?
Hold you on color commentary.
No, I know because you know Crovo that I didn't. I was kind of trying to take a step back.
Yeah. No, it's all good.
So how did you end up at Holy Cross? What made you decide there? Yeah. And I put in here as a joke, did Worcester remind you of Melrose? A little bit.
I wouldn't necessarily say that, but
I saw that question.
I know, it
Emily,
was
I'm going to
mostly
call
in
you
there to
Emily. I
piss
don't know
Linda
why I
off,
can't
to be
call you
honest with
Crovo. I feel like I'm talking to my
Whatever you
high
need
school
to call me.
classmates. But I'll call you 12 because I'm number 12 too. So
Oh,
we'll get to that
I
next.
forgot about that.
Yeah, I saw that question and I was like, Worcester remind you of Melrose? Give me a break. I mean,
That's just me
Melrose has an
tripping
east
Linda,
side and a
hopefully.
west side, but
It's just
he knew he was going to get
giving
me
Linda a
going.
hard
I
time.
love Worcester. Worcester is a great place to be. I'm just
Yeah.
going to say that too. It's awesome.
No, I didn't mean anything negative. I just
No,
like
I
to
know.
her.
No.
Well, how did you do? Were you talking to other schools? What set Holy Cross
Yeah.
apart for you?
I only talked to like a handful of other schools, like maybe 3 others. But like when it came down to it, I was already 2 hours away from home in high school, and I was like, I don't think I want to go any further than that. And I grew up watching Hockey East, and I really would want to play in that league. And the other schools I was talking to were not Hockey East. So like I'd say like that proximity wise and just like the league wise was 2 really things, but also like talking to the coaches, like it's no surprise, like Holy Cross was definitely lower in the hockey standings, like when I was looking at it. And I was really like taken aback and like, I guess inspire is the best way to put it by like the coaches like vision and mission to be like, we're gonna be up there. Like we're gonna get the right kids and we're gonna climb our way. And like, I wanted to be a part of something that was growing. Cause like, to me, like, I thought that was just very important because it would be awesome to be a part of like the top team ever, but it's like even more like special to like be a part of a team that's going to have to be working hard every day. That's going to bring that mentality every day. And like now it's like really working out for us. Like it's our highest seed ever in the Hockey East tournament and we've been making history. So it's been a lot of fun to be a part of that. So like that's something that I really thought about because I was like, the coaches really like trusted the system, trusted the kids they were with and like really built it up. And I was like, kudos to them because like it can be hard when you're not performing the way you want to be performing, but like they were never giving up. And I was like, that's like a coach and that's a team that I want to be a part of. So.
And how do you send that message? I mean, obviously you've had leadership opportunities on the team right away in your second year, at least as far as a letter goes. And we know everybody doesn't need to wear a letter to do those things, but I know from talking to so many people about you what the kind of leader you are and sort of, you know, the gas in the engine of the car is how a lot of coaches, I might be paraphrasing, but I've talked to, you know, a lot of coaches have described you as a player, but what kind of message is that when you finish your freshman, maybe your sophomore year in that leadership group versus now?
Like, honestly, nothing really has ever changed in the way I think about things because you just kind of keep your head down and work hard. But I feel like coming in as a freshman, where again, like you have like a vision, like you're the bottom of like like the standings, bottom of the rankings. And like, I think you're just do your best to like play with like a chip on your shoulder and inspire. Like those are, I guess, I know it sounds so cheesy, but just like we're coming in bottom and we want to make it to as far up to the top as we can go. And I feel like along with like the rest of the kids in my class, the rest of the kids on my team, like we all had that vision. Like we want to progress every single year. And I think that's kind of the message that like everyone on our team has bought into. And I just think like when you have like that underdog mentality, I guess is how we've been phrasing it. Like you're going to be unstoppable because you're always going to be playing as if you were like the underdog. And like that's like huge. You can't teach that. You know what I mean? You have to like experience it and really just like go out and play like it. So that's kind of like what we have all thought and what I have thought like my 3 years here right now. Even like now, like you keep the underdog mentality no matter how well you're doing as a team.
Yeah, and I think the one of the things earlier in the year, or I guess I don't know, it might have been at least 6 weeks ago. I talked to Katie for a while about the season when we were covering a little bit of how you guys were doing in one of our podcasts. And
It was during your home win streak. That's what.
Yeah. And she said, you know, and I think this is the tricky part of what you're talking about, like focus on what you can control and what you can do about every situation, right? But you know, also having a bar to set and wanting to see that you're getting there. But she said at one point, you know, when we're on this streak, I start looking at the standings and I'm looking, and now I find myself looking every day. It's kind of like that doom scrolling on your phone that we do where we all of a sudden it's an hour later and we're scrolling, right? So she said, I started, well, if this happens and then this happened and this team loses. And then she's like, I just had to stop and like, just, you know, because it's enticing. It's
Yeah.
exciting, right? Like you have
Especially
to have a
with
goal
national
and be like,
rankings in there involved also,
yeah.
that it's heady, right, for anyone.
Yeah.
So you guys are in a situation, and maybe yourself as a leader too, of for yourself and your team of, don't let the highs get too high,
Yeah.
right? Like just focus on. I'm gonna quote your dad because I have some. Your mom told me this, of course. Your dad says, "Be you, do you," every
He
game,
loves that. He loves
right?
that.
So that's kind of what that just fit right into what we were saying. I really wasn't going to share that, but it was good.
No,
Yeah.
that's
So
perfect. Yeah.
that's very much like what it sounds like you guys have had to sort of, focus on this year as far as a group goes, right?
Yeah. And like our coaches always talk about the ebbs and flows of a game, the ebbs and flows of the season. So like that's kind of like not our official like team mantra, I would say, but like definitely something that we're referencing every week, every game, just to like keep in mind like that matters. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
One thing with you guys that I've noticed, and I'll tell Katie this when we have her on, because I've commented about this to Linda a number of times. Holy Cross was up against it, right, for the last number of years. You guys were fighting, always scrapping. But the one thing that separated you guys from other teams in Hockey East, in my opinion, that when you guys were down by like, say, 3-4 goals late in the game, you played hard and clean to the final whistle. Well, there are other teams that I've watched that just get dirty, and it's just a run of power plays for the other team. You guys never did that, and I think that speaks to the coaching staff and the accountability that you guys as a group hold each other to, that it's so easy, because even beer league, right? When I'm playing beer league, you're down by a couple of goals. It's so easy to chop some guy on the hands because he's still trying to dangle 4 guys up by 5.
Yeah.
So I think it speaks to you guys as a group, the personalities, the commitment, and and the coaching staff, all of it. And I just think it's a kudos to all of you. And like I said, I'll tell Katie this when I meet when she comes on.
I honestly think that's something we do pride ourselves in as like a program, especially always being like the underdog in years past. Like you're playing for Holy Cross, like we need to respect the jerseys that we're wearing. Like we don't want to become a team that would lose and just like act out on it, like because and we're trusting the process. Like it's gonna come. You got to keep your head like cool. Like don't be a hothead about something out of your control. So yeah, it's something we definitely pride ourselves in, is like being like
there's winning and then there's learning, right? Like there's not really. So that's like one of the things I'm seeing in the youth, that my son is only 9.5, but he's playing some sports. And I saw a great saying that said there's winning and then there's learning. And I was like, that's a pretty good motto.
Totally.
So let's talk. I know you probably don't want to, but let's talk a little bit about the National League rankings, the best season ever, your home win streak. I mean, I know you don't want to let it go to your head, but that's pretty cool stuff to be a part of.
Oh, totally.
Especially you coming up in your junior year, you're like, oh, this is like you're actually seeing fruit from your work.
Yeah. No, totally. Like when we were we were obviously following the polls, like as we started like having our best start of our season like ever, like we were looking like, oh, like we're getting like 4 votes. Oh, we're getting like 9 votes. Oh my gosh, we're like 13 votes. And we're like, what's going to happen? And I forgot what weekend it was. And then we all looked on like Monday and we were like, oh my God, like this, like it was the most exciting thing ever. But it's funny because once like a lot of like we all saw it, like everyone individually, I guess, saw it with a group of kids, they're like, we have to remember, like we earned this, we want to keep it there, like we need to like focus just on like our next practice and our next game, and like our work will show up for what it shows up for. And so like I respect like the heck out of our team for that. Like I don't think anyone ever went around like working like playing less hard, like practicing less hard. Like it was always like we earned that and we want to keep that. And like that was sort of our mentality, which I am like so grateful that I'm on a team that feels that way. Because so easily let that get to your head, especially when it's like the first time in your program's history having that happen. So like,
well, I think it can be distracting, right? Like from like the whole thing about being centered, like you said, and just like continuing to stay the course. And obviously your coaches do a tremendous job at that. And I mean, Katie has been through it. She was, saw BU go through that and rise. She's coached many teams on that level that have experienced national championship and as well as losing seasons, right? So no doubt you have the influence there, but I also think there's something irreversible about the confidence you're getting with seeing a national ranking and staying in there and being like, that's what we expect. But all roads run through Hockey East.
Yeah.
You know, there's, especially with upsets in conference tournaments and 11 teams in the tournament, if you want to keep going to the next level, yes, win a Hockey East championship, which automatically means an NCAA berth, right? Like they go hand in hand. So you can't look past anything beyond Saturday. You can't really use your rankings. I mean, to be honest with you, like top 4 to 5 will get the auto bids, maybe, depending on how the conferences shake out. And there's already been some upsets in the conferences. So, so it's exciting, but it's like, okay, Saturday, do or die, right?
Yeah.
Like, you know, but there's nothing like nothing's going to reverse what you've already accomplished, especially in the second half of the season for what you've done for your program.
Yeah. It's been awesome.
Well, then it becomes the other thing about the pressure is the privilege, right? So now, UNH is coming in on Saturday, and clearly, of course they want to beat you, but I think there's probably a little extra motivation because you're nationally ranked, and then you guys have that on you, and you're like, all right, yeah, we're nationally ranked for a reason. So it works both ways. It's just fantastic. This is my favorite time of year once the playoffs start in college hockey.
It's sad for me because I don't know if you know this, Emily, but I moved to Rochester, New York 3 years ago. So it was like ripping the baby out of the womb, taking me out of Boston. Similar to when you were telling your story, I actually had some feelings going on. But no, I'm happy here in Rochester. It's all good, but I can't go to Hockey East playoffs. So I just traveled too many times during the year back and forth. As Brownie knows, sometimes I'm back and forth in a week. So my family's like, it's broadcast. You can watch it on the TV. But talk about Saturday. Talk about what your team is preparing for. I mean, UNH is a very similar team to your team when it comes to the dog in the fight, or, like they really, I think you match up very similarly when it comes to sort of that comeback team, that team that never quits, has resilience and stamina down the road and surprises teams. So what are you guys looking at for Saturday? How are you feeling about it?
I think we're all very excited because I think we're 1-1-1 with them right now. So
really?
This is like huge. And I think, again, a lot of emotions, first home playoff game in like Holy Cross history for us. Like we're playing a team we're pretty much even with right now. And they're a good team. We're a good team. But yeah, I think we're super similar when it comes to like that tough, like playing tough too. Like we're not like neither of us play dirty. Like we're here to play hockey, but we're going to be physical too. But definitely we do have a lot of tape to watch because we played them 3 times and we're a 4th time playing them, and it's pretty even across the scoreboard with us. Yeah. So it definitely will be an exciting game to be a part of. But yeah. There's a lot at stake for us, but we're excited to take that on. So,
Brownie, is this your game of choice this week, or what is your plan?
We talked about it briefly. I don't want to bash Hockey East because I don't want to get Crovo in trouble, but the games start every hour. So my plan, because I was looking at like what they do out in WCHA, and it's how it's more spaced out. ECAC is a little more spaced out, and there's best of 3, so you can go to one game then the other. My plan, I told my wife, I go, hey, I'm taking off Saturday morning. You're not going to see me till like Saturday night. She's like, what are you doing? I go, I'm going to chase the puck around Northeast, like I'm going to go to all these games. And then I looked and I'm like, I can't, because what'll happen is I'll end up seeing like a period of each, and I'll have no flow or no anything.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to plant my fat ass on the couch, and I am going to watch every game in its entirety. And you starting off with you guys. You guys are the 2:00 puck drop. So
this is when I wish I lived in Boston. I was thinking I could drive around in the car with you. It could be the Chronicles of Linda and Brownie, but maybe
that would be fun.
FaceTime.
But we wouldn't be able to, because what'll happen is, like, if I went to Holy Cross and then you want to get out of there to start to catch the next puck drop, you're gonna watch a period and a half, and you're not gonna get the feel of the game. So I'd much rather watch on ESPN like delayed. Right, and just don't look at my phone and just watch. I'm going to watch all 4 games, hopefully, But yeah, I'm stoked for you guys because I'll be watching you guys live, and that'll be fun.
Yeah. Really exciting for us. But
I know legend coaches on the bench. I mean, Hillary and Katie are 2 of my favorite people. I mean, I have a short list of people. If I ever were to get back into coaching, who would I want to coach with? They're both on it. So
no, that's great.
That's exciting. That's great. Let me ask you this, because we skipped this and it's important to me. Why do you wear number 12?
We were coming back to it.
Honestly, again, this goes all the way back to Melrose High, like when I was in 8th grade. I was the 8th grader, so I got the last pick of numbers. And we had like some jerseys that were there, some jerseys were missing, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I was being like 12, like 90, like 6. I don't know how that got there, like 34 and like something. And I'm like, I've never worn a number above like 10 in my life. Like I'm like
Yeah.
8th grader. And 12 just looked so nice. Like there's no really like inspiring story behind it besides like
Yeah.
that's the only number that like seemed reasonable for me to wear in 8th grade. And I've just like I liked how it looks even. I like how it looks on a jersey. Like,
Sure.
you know, like I wish there was something more meaningful behind it, but
That's
that was-
okay. You're
that was
speaking
just-
my language.
That was just in 8th grade, and that was the only one that seemed reasonable besides wearing like a 90, like 6 and an 84.
It's funny how numbers like appeal to you. I remember, and this is the jinx or the curse and the good fortune to go to public high schools, is that there's not always every number, right?
Yeah.
And I remember when I was in high school, I just, for some reason, 28 just appealed to me. And just like you said about the 12, there were some other numbers there as a freshman. And I'm like, I just like 28. And then I got so committed to it. By the time I was a senior, I had to have 2 different numbers, home and away, because they weren't matching.
Oh wow.
Yeah, not great, but that's public school. That's something that no one experiences anymore. Now with all the co-ops, everybody has.
I was just gonna say, and like, yeah, I don't think kids these days would do that. They'd be like insist on having both numbers.
Those are
right?
demand
Like,
these
we're-
days.
Yeah, I want my, it's your number. I was hoping you were going to be like, oh, I'm a big Jerome McGinley fan. I was going to be like, yes, that was what I was hoping. Though.
It just like it was
Tom Brady.
so nice.
Tom Brady.
So, oh,
I was
Tom Brady.
It was a big like I wanted to wear number 9 because it was the day before. Like I'm a March 10th birthday, and I was like, I don't like 10, looks funny. So 9 was the number I went with, but they didn't have 9. I was like, I don't know, but like
Okay.
12, it just looks. It's a really pretty number to me. I'm not gonna lie. Like I think it's awesome.
Yeah, 34. I think you said that's dusty. You don't want that. That's not. I'm not a fan of that one. One thing I wanted to ask, because we always talk to not always, but when we talk to college players, it's always like we talk about the transition, right? You come in as a freshman and you're like, holy smokes. And then sophomore year, you start to figure it out. Junior year, you become one of the leaders. And then senior year, you're like, oh, I got this wired.
Mhm.
You're on a little different path. You come in as a freshman, you get the deer in the headlights still, but then as a sophomore, you become an alternate captain. So you got that like truncated finding your way moment, kind of. And now as a junior captain, and even last year, the people coming in are looking to you for leadership. And last year, especially, you're still like kind of figuring it out. Hockey, play, college life, all that stuff. If you just could talk to that and how you were able to handle that transition.
Yeah, I felt like my sophomore year, I felt I had to grow up a little faster than I anticipated to in college, just because there are a bunch of other different like responsibilities I like had to take on, or just like conversation I would have to have that like I wasn't anticipating to have because I was still figuring my way out since freshman year. But even like last year and this year, like our core 4 group, like 4 captains, like it's so great to have like their support and everything, because you can't do everything by yourself. Like you need like the support of like your teammates, your co-captains, like your coaches. And I usually was someone who was like, I'll just do everything like myself. Like I was always like kind of independent in that way. And I like quickly learned like you're gonna need the support of other people to like hear you out, to help you out, to like advocate for the same things. And I really like leaned into like the support of others and just bouncing ideas off of them, because like I said, like this is too important and it's too hard to do alone. Like you're gonna need like a team around you to even lead a team. You know what I mean? So that's kind of like the mentality I have, because it's like you literally can't do everything yourself. Like it's not fair to you, it's not fair to the rest of the team. Like you need other people around you to be able to do these things. That's kind of like how I have gone about it, because it just makes everything a whole lot easier when like you can count on other people too. Like you can hear what they want to say, you can listen to what they want to say. Like you're still a part of the team. Like you're not singling yourself out just because you have a leadership role in the team. Like you still want to be a part of the team. So that's what I always keep in the back of my head and like what I try to practice as.
In talking with you, I'm like, all right, it's no surprise why she was an alternate as a sophomore. No, and then looking back at like different things like your coaches have said, past coaches that how hard you work, and you set the example with your work ethic and stuff. And no, it all translates to that. I did have a question though, because I talked to one of your former teammates. Talked about how your work ethic and how hard you work and how great a teammate and friend you are. And then this one, which you don't always see in a leadership role, she always know how to make you laugh when you're down. And that was a big thing, I think, because leadership comes in all different forms, right? But she said to ask you about your dad jokes.
Who is telling you to ask about this?
Well, we're ready for a dad joke after this.
I don't want to say yet because she gave me another thing to ask you about. So I wanna ask you that too after the dad jokes.
I can't be put on the spot for it. The thing about the dad jokes, like dads aren't thinking about them. They're just saying whatever comes out of their mouth. And I think I'm just cut from that same cloth with my father.
No, that's hey, as a dad myself, I get it. My daughter will constantly tell me it's a dad joke.
My teammates here are like, why? Like, why? And I'm like, I don't know. It just sort of I just kind of read the room, like, okay, like this is awkward. Just got to say something. It ends up being like some sort of thing a dad would say. I don't know. I also like trying to keep in mind, like, you can't be too serious all the time. Like, that's when people like crumble. Like, you know what I mean? So like, I don't like being serious all the time. Like, I need to be laughing. I need to be like chatty and like, yeah, dad jokes.
Yeah, you got to be having fun. What's the final thing that person said, Brownie?
Do you still wear fun socks on game days?
Oh my God. So it's a high school teammate, I would guess, right?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Yes.
It was Constantinople.
Jules. Yeah, her and my mom get lunch all the time.
Yeah. Awesome.
Wow. Aw, she remembers. That's so cute.
Oh yeah. She was going on and on about how great a teammate, friend, how great a person you are, everything.
No,
I don't have Linda's Rolodex. Mine's much more limited.
I'm gonna one up you with my Rolodex. Okay, because see this long thing. This is from your mom.
Right. She loves skipping paragraphs. I don't think she knows how to type in like little.
That's okay. I asked for it. Okay, I asked your mom because I think this is unique. Obviously, I don't know everybody's parents, and it's a good angle though. So my question to her that I asked her was, tell me 1 to 2 things that she has always been since she was little that makes her who she is today and in a leader and a teammate. So I don't know if you're emotional or not. Are you going to get teary-eyed on me? Or okay, love it. I love it. She said she's extremely driven, dedicated to her people as well as her goals, and empathetic. She takes care of everyone around her always. Her siblings, her grandparents, her dogs, her friends, her teammates, always. Never ever asks us for anything and always puts others first. Seriously, her Christmas list when she was 5 consisted of gumballs, peanut M&Ms, deodorant. Why? I don't know. And hockey tape. That's it. When we buy her Dunks coffee or take her to eat after a game, you would think we gave her $1 million. But what's nearest to her heart is Chris's team motto, always earned, which is what she lives by.
Yeah.
You got her, Linda. You got her.
Yeah.
Got her.
Yeah, I thought you were going to get me when you read my dad's text to me. That kind of got me a little bit, you know?
I think I saw that too, a little bit. So,
should I put you want the picture since you were talking about Dunks?
I found a good picture that was like,
yes.
Yeah.
I love that.
That's actually your mom's text or your mom's Facebook cut out the name.
Yeah, I haven't changed since I was a kid. I've been pretty consistent with how I've been.
Consistency is important. People love consistency. You were talking about what you want out of your teammates in your leadership group and what they need to do. And I think a lot of us crave what we find is good and we emulate that. So like one of our best traits we want from other people, right? So you're putting it out there and you need it recharged back at you.
Yes.
So awesome. Wow.
I do want to ask, I want to get you off this stuff because I want you to be able to dial it back.
Get your game face on now, Emily. Let's go.
Let's talk about the team.
All right.
Let's talk. Can we talk about your goalies for a minute, please?
Oh, yes.
Holy smokes, dude. Abby Horning and Brooke Lawrencher. And then Campbell Crody, too, also is ready to go. But, I mean, we're talking 5th in the nation, 11th in the nation in goals against, 5th and 10th in save percentage. I mean, it's no surprise why you guys are in where you're at. They're just lights out. They've been playing unbelievable.
Yeah. They're incredible.
that's got to come with such. I mean, you're a 200-foot player, so I know you get back, but I mean, every team has people that don't as well as they should, but it's got to be like, oh, they got it. I don't have to come on. I can curl at the red line. She's got it. We're good to go. Again, beer league, talking beer league. So,
oh yeah, like obviously in the times where there might be a breakaway because something happens, I feel so confident that they're not going to score on a breakaway. You know what I mean? Like, I think like the goalies have all taken like Holy Cross hockey, like defense up to another notch with like just like their work ethic, because like you need to be confident in your goalies. And our team is incredibly confident in all our goalies because they're like brick walls. You know what I mean? And it's like so awesome to know that like if the first and second lines of defense don't go too well, your third line of defense, like the goalie's like, you're gonna be okay. You know what I mean?
And your best penalty killer is your goalie,
Oh,
right?
100%. 100%. They're all making saves. I'm like, I don't know how you got over there. Thank you. I fell on the PK. So like I appreciate you having my back there. You know what I mean? Yeah,
I think what people don't see about goalies, and this is probably true based just on what you said, and not like you'd come on here and be like they're a total slacker in practice, though, because goalies, it doesn't work that way. But they bring that level up in practice, and they play like in practice like a game. Really high level goalies. That's where the team, yes, they stop a breakaway at a game. They fill the gaps, right, on PK and things like that. But they practice like they play in a game and allow you to bring your next level up with a game ready goalie in practice.
Totally. Because like if our goalies aren't in on practice, like it's so hard for everyone else to be. So like set that like intensity, set the bar a bit for practice when it comes to that kind of stuff. So yeah, we're super lucky to have all of them.
They're so good. And then I also want to ask, so you had is it Naomi or Naomi?
Naomi. We call her Ziggy.
Oh, perfect. I can pronounce
that. That makes it easier. You're a nickname guy, so I'll help you out there.
Brownie's gonna like walk into the rink one day and be like, hey, and she's gonna be like, who's this bro?
I'll be like, hey.
So when she was over the Olympics, I saw you had your lineup because I know you were skating with her, and then when she went, you were bouncing around a little bit with different line mates. A couple questions. One, do you prefer center or wing? Because I saw you were playing both.
I was a center all my life until last year, where I started playing wing. So I'd say at the moment wing, just because that's the most position I'm like familiar with. But I love playing center. I like it. It's always fun to help in the D zone. So
did Ziggy bring her medal into the?
Oh, she brought it. She was.
Yeah, that must have been fun.
Yesterday.
That's cool though.
And she's like, obviously, our coach is like, wow, like this is so cool. And I'm like, I was just looking at it, not saying anything. She's like, do you want to hold it? I'm like,
yeah.
I would love to hold an Olympic medal, Ziggy. Like,
yeah.
Did you guys all get to take pictures with it and all that? Yeah.
Yeah, like her class.
So great.
Some of the kids in her class helped pick her up at the airport the other night, and then they were all hanging out when she got back to campus, and like they were just sending pictures in our group chat of all them like posing it as if they had won it. And I'm like, yeah, honestly, when are you gonna post an Olympic medal? So like that's
for sure. And you have this one I'm gonna butcher probably, Manuela Heidenberger. She's a commit for you guys playing for Team Italy. Too. So she's gonna come next year with some Olympic swag too, right? Yeah, that's cool. That's
exciting.
Yeah, I think that's one of the keys to building these programs is the international component of it as well. Yeah.
No, you guys able to watch the Olympics together? At least that Swiss game for sure, but both games or?
Yeah, we booked like one of the rooms at the athletic center because it has like a big projector in it. So there was 1 or 2 games that we were able to watch there, but definitely that bronze medal game. I think like 14 of us who didn't have class were like Katie got coffee and like donuts and munchkins, and like a bunch of Holy Cross athletics people were in the room watching it with us. Like half our kids like were late to class. They're all like can't come to class watching teammate win a bronze right now. Pretty much.
Priorities.
Teachers were like honestly like so fair. But yeah, it was awesome. But yeah, it is awesome having like the European experience, the national teams experience. And we have Annabella, who's a defense on our team. She's a part of Team Austria, and like we missed her for a weekend because she was playing in a tournament. But
yeah, they had another division thing going on, right?
Yeah, but like it's so fun playing with the Europeans and like having them represent their country because again, like you said, it's like a step in the right direction for like them, for our program. Like we're just building, honestly, and it's awesome to be a part of.
Well, and then to come back, it's not like they were like in the Bahamas. They've been, Ziggy comes back and it's like,
She
yeah,
was kicking
great.
me out of practice yesterday, her first day
Yeah.
back. I'm like,
It's,
you do you, honestly. Like, just keep
but it's
doing
great though to come in and like 3 days later, let's go playoffs. I
Yeah.
mean, what a boost for the team,
Yeah.
That is, I mean, national team players on your team. Oh man, talk about that again. The other gear, the other level that happens.
Yeah.
They come back from like national team camps, and I had this experience in my playing days, and obviously with coaching. But all of a sudden they get on the ice, and you're like, "Whoa, did they get faster?" Like
Yeah.
suddenly the practice got faster, and
You
they
think
were
you
your
get
players
tired
before they left.
in
But
like overdrive while they're gone, and they come back even better. And I'm like,
yeah,
thank you.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
well, and not only that, but the confidence to play on the Olympic stage, then to come back and be like, Hockey East, I got this, right? I mean, it's, I mean, I hope, for Saturday, but that's just fantastic. I mean, just what a boost for the program to come
And
back.
honestly, it's like the Olympics is like a really cool thing. And I think the thing I appreciate about Ziggy like the most is like she's not talking about it unless you ask her, because I think she knows like there's another chance at like an opportunity coming up this weekend,
Yeah.
which is very hard, especially like she's younger, you know what I mean? So like I like appreciate that a lot about her. Like if you ask, she'll tell, but she's not going around being like, oh, like X, Y, and Z at the Olympics. Like she's like, I solely focused on Saturday. So that's huge.
She's not wearing the medal to the Econ 101 class, right? Is what you're saying?
No.
No,
maybe
that's
to get out of the econ 101
Yeah, maybe.
class, I would be bringing that medal. Hey, I got
Can't hear you. I got a medal in my
PR thing over here. I heard she's pretty busy actually with a lot of PR and requests for her, which is
leading
all
up to it. She was a busy girl.
Yeah.
The last question I have for you about Holy Cross is how often do you go to Coney Island?
Never. I've never gone there.
That was a test for
but
you, coach.
I'm pretty like we have a couple of parents on our team and they were like alums, and my parents always like, yeah, they talked about going to like this hot dog place, or like we went to this and it's like it's not the prettiest looking place. I've never been inside it. I can't imagine the inside looks any better, but like part of me just wants to go to say I went to Coney Island in Worcester. You know,
wait till after your season's done next year and then go. Yeah, and then go.
Is it like a dangerous place?
No, not at all. It's I mean, it's not the. It's probably like
I don't know. She's.
It's a little sketch the area, I guess, but you go during the day and you'll be all right. It's just hot dogs with like chili on them and chopped up onions and like you get like 4 hot dogs for like $5.
I mean, it makes sense the name, but I just didn't know. I've never heard of it myself. But
I don't think it'd be a place I'd be like, I'm definitely gonna go here to get food unless it was like an experience. You know,
that's what I'm saying. You just got to do it once, right? Yeah. That's it.
Before we pivot, Brownie, to our, we have some questions at the end that are just fun. We call them quick hits, and a lightning round where we just do quick answers. What are you studying?
I'm a psychology major.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. I had that somewhere, I thought.
Yeah. I'm like, wow, we don't really make it very well-rounded. So that's okay. It's called Breaking the Glass Hockey Podcast. But what are you studying and what do you want to do with that?
I'm honestly not 100% sure if I want to do anything with psychology, but it's just something like an area I've always been like interested in. And I loved taking the classes in high school, and like the thoughts of like maybe being like a guidance counselor has definitely floated through my head, but like I'd like to stay in like the hockey world, but I also think having a psych background like might be like helpful in that way too.
That tracks for
sure. Yeah,
sure.
you know what I mean? So like psych major, I'm loving it here. I love doing it, but I don't know what my next steps would be with psychology necessarily. But you never know. I say I have time, but
you do.
Thinking about coaching?
Like I've definitely crossed my mind. Like I'd love to stay in the hockey world. Like I feel like growing up, everyone I've ever interacted with is somehow connected to the hockey world and to each other. So it's just been like a fun community to be a part of. And like, I'd like to like join that community.
Some people know they want to do it and some people it just happens to them.
Yeah,
exactly. It just kind of happened to me. It wasn't really like, wasn't in my future. And then somebody was like, here, can you please go coach that team? And I was like, oh, okay. No, sounds good. But awesome. All right. Want to move on to quick hits, Brownie?
Yeah, sure. So this is about the team, then we'll jump into some about you. Who's the best dressed on the team? Game day fit champ.
Ooh.
I love those reactions when they're like, "Oh my god!"
Yeah. I'm just nervous that it's gonna be controversial no matter what answer I pick.
No.
Wow.
We didn't ask you who was worst, so
I'm gonna go with one of my roommates, Reagan Chadwick. I think she's always
Okay.
like put together, business casual, ready to like take care of business.
Nice. I like that.
Love it.
On ice chirper. Who's out there chirping everyone?
Oh, Kenzie
some-
Hope.
Oh yeah, I love that. No delay.
Oh,
That's
that
great.
girl loves that stuff.
Oh, that's great. Is there someone that keeps the team loose, like we were talking about, like Jules said about you? Is there someone like an intense moment?
Campbell Crody, little
Oh
freshman.
yeah,
Oh yeah, she's awesome at that.
freshman goalie too. That's awesome.
No, she's awesome like that. Yeah.
Best hands on the squad.
Sneaky Amanda Aslin.
Oh,
She'll or I'd say her like Naomi Herzig, but like they sometimes just come out of like scrums with the puck, like just dipsy and doodling. I'm like, I don't know how you did that,
Yeah. I love the word sneaky for hockey.
Yeah. One person on the team that you need, no matter, like your car breaks down, you're somewhere on the Mass Pike, who you calling or who you reaching out to come get you?
Oh, Brooke Larange.
Okay.
100%. Yeah, she would always pick up my phone call, whether it's like something so major or something so stupid.
Perfect.
Love it.
And then here's some ones that completely off the board. Who's your favorite cartoon character?
I love like Scooby-Doo.
Okay.
I love dogs, and I sometimes find myself like speaking like Scooby-Doo, and I don't know why.
I got one.
Good.
All right. Besides hockey, what pro sport would you pick to be successful at? We know it's not golf. Maybe it would be golf, but
I was good
because you get to pick.
I like wish like if I didn't play hockey, I'd probably consider lacrosse again. I that was a lot of fun to play. So
Yeah, lacrosse is a sport. It's
and
your
it's also
generation
growing right now, so like that'd be fun to be a part of this too. So
definitely.
It is. I coached lacrosse, boys lacrosse, but I had to coach girls lacrosse once, and I'm like, all right, scoop through, check, and they're like, we don't do that, and I'm like, oh, all right, sorry. It's a very different sport.
Oh,
Like women's hockey,
yeah.
men's hockey is both hockey.
Yeah.
Men's lacrosse, women's lacrosse it's different, very different.
You got another one, Brownie?
Would you rather speak every language in the world or be able to talk to animals?
Animals.
All right.
Love it. All right, I'll go again.
Yep.
What's your favorite and least favorite rinks you've played in? And you can't use your own rink.
What's it? Heart Center, right?
Heart Center.
Yeah.
I'd either say there's very different ones. Either Yukon's rink or I like love Lasone rink out Williston, which I know is crazy. My least favorite rink, I have a hard time like playing at Vermont or Maine, and I think just because it's super dark at Maine, but the seats at Vermont are really yellow, and that like hurts my eyes a little bit. But I think like they're very historic, which I love that about them. Just solely for like my eyesight, it's hard for me sometimes. I'm not.
It's just those are hard places to play in general, and it could be the rink, it could be how they play at home, but also Maine, you have to walk down those steps to get on the bench.
Maine, I would say, yeah, Maine is always. I'd say Maine's probably our number. It's got to be number 1 or 2 in terms of people saying that they don't like it because of the stairs is the main thing.
Like I'd also say like BC and UNH are also huge rinks. So like it feels really weird playing in them sometimes. You know what I mean? But they're all very nice rinks to play at.
The last one I have for you, then Linda's got one for you after that. But the last one I have for you, you own the Crovo Music Festival, your own festival. You get to pick any 3 artists, living or dead, bands, singers, whatever. Who are you having?
Taylor Swift, probably Ella Langley, and then I'd have to go with like Kenny Chesney, maybe.
Okay.
Oh, I almost got 2 out of 3.
Yeah. Linda,
I knew she was going to go country.
Yeah.
I say when we ask this age group this question, I can almost predict them, except for I don't know the second one.
She's like a newer artist, I would say, in the past 2 years. But yeah, I listen to country a lot.
Brownie told me that he loves hearing this because he likes to hear about new artists. So that's definitely a new one. I wrote it down.
Yeah, and obviously not everyone's gonna love that mashup, but like I would listen to those 3 religiously.
Okay. It's your music festival. You can do what you want.
You're right, it is mine.
All right, last question. What pro player, and I'm going to put a twist in this. So, in the PWHL,
Oh, I thought you were going with a different question, but go
do
ahead.
you most like to look at your game as a comparison of how you play? Can you have that like?
Like it has to be an active one.
No.
Pick anyone. But we're not doing the NHL
Yeah,
anymore.
yeah.
I mean, like this is not the day and age. Let's go.
Yeah. Like I always looked at either like Casey Bellamy or Megan Duggan when I was growing up.
yeah.
They were super, and I would like, I don't know, I really liked how like they would play. I would love to say Kendall Coyne, but I am not fast enough to even say that. So like I wish I could, but like for that reason only, like
That's okay.
Actually, you know who I think you kind of compare to is Jamie Lee Rattray.
okay.
I think you're similar. Like she's a little shorter also, but she's in the corners. She scraps. She
Ready?
fights. She goes to the dirty areas, and she plays 200-foot game. I think that's a good
she's
comp for
got
you.
the tenacity side of that for sure.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Good shout.
Well, hit her with your glass.
All
work.
right,
That's what I
last
thought you were gonna
question.
do. Sorry.
Last question. Yeah, I know. I just wanted to throw
No,
the
that's a great
PWHL
question.
spin
Sorry.
in there. So what we ask everybody when we finish our session is if you could think of 2 to 3 people that you think we should have on the podcast, knowing that we're calling this podcast Breaking the Glass, like people who are doing extraordinary things or rising up in the sport. 3 people that you think would be glass breakers that we should definitely seek out to interview.
Players and coaches, or just like
Anyone you want. Yeah.
Nikki Petrick. I think she would be an awesome person to have on here. Gosh.
I would love Nikki. She's at Lawrence Academy now. So
yeah, I would love to say like Krista Talbot Saifu. She's always
she's on the short list. Yeah, definitely.
And then I'm trying to think of a player. I don't know. I may only be able to give you those 2 right now.
That's okay.
Hard. I don't want to like pick one person when like a lot of people should be picked at the same time. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like that's like I don't know.
It's good leadership.
I'm gonna do those 2 for right now. I'll do those 2 for right now.
We are making it a mission, even though it's it's the long game, to get the people on that we mentioned that people refer us to. Fortunately, I have both of those people's phone numbers, so that helps.
It'd be great to have them.
No, that's great, and we'll tag them when we put this out. Or hopefully we'll get this out later today, so everyone can listen to it ahead of your game on Saturday versus UNH, which is a 2:00 puck drop at the Hart Center at Holy Cross. Oh, real quick, you ever meet Bob Cousy?
I have not. He was here like 2 weekends ago, but we were away. Yeah, I think that was either at Providence or like Merrimack or something.
I was just curious because I associate him with Holy Cross, like everybody does.
They just dedicated the court to him.
Oh, really?
Oh, cool.
Court instead of like the Hart Arena or something.
And there's me talking basketball, Linda. Look at that. I was just curious. I figured I'd have to redeem myself after my Coney Island question. Well, thank you for joining us. I really do. I will say, like I told you before we started recording, I've watched you play over the last 3 years, and it always stood out to me playing for Holy Cross. You're one of those players that you're like the player you want on your team, but you hate on the other team, and I think that's a huge attribute for you. And I think, listen, you when you're done with your psychology, you always want to play beer league. You let me know. You can hop on with us anytime. Got to get the team a little younger. It'd be great. That's if you don't go overseas or play in the PW, whatever you want to do. But yeah, thank you so much for doing this. Best of luck on Saturday. And I'm sure Linda's going to give you a weepy goodbye for your parents.
No, I'm not. I left it all on the table, but no, I think the most important thing is that we finally, next time we have the opportunity, I'll find you, we'll meet in the flesh. We'll have a good laugh. And it's been awesome to have you on.
Looking forward to it. Thank you so much for having me here too. This is awesome.
Thank you. And please tell all your teammates that they should come on too. The more we can get, the better.
I'll send you all their numbers.
Yeah, perfect.
Awesome. Thanks
All
so
right.
much.
Well, thank you, and we'll see you soon. Thanks for listening. Like, subscribe, share, tell 100 of your closest friends all about us, and we'll see you on the next one.
All right.